Hi everybody, Diet Coke Queen, new shirt. Take a look, isn't she cute? Love it. So you've been working on volume for the last 2 days, and the basic formula for volume, length times width times height, and pretty easy. For the most part, the problems that you've been watching and the things that you've been doing, you've just been taking a rectangular prism. You've been taking the length, we'll call this 3, we'll call the width 2, and the height 4, and you've been multiplying those 3 numbers together. So that would have given you 24 if we called this inches cubed. That's one thing that I have corrected and emailed several people on. When you're finding volume, you cube your answer, you do not square your answer. Because in volume, you are filling up a container. So I am taking small cubes and I am filling up this entire container in order to do volume. The best example that I can think of to show you quickly is the Rubik's Cube. So each Rubik's Cube is made up of 27 blocks. Each block is a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So in order to figure out how many blocks are in this Rubik's Cube, I would say, well, there's 3 on the length, 3 on the height, and 3 on the width. So 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. So any rectangular prism, I can do this really fast, any rectangular prism is easily found if you just multiply length times width times height. I will impress you with my skills here in a minute. Okay, I can do this very quickly. I can only do one side, but maybe. Right, there's the other 2. Those go over here. Boom. Boom, chaka-laka-laka, boom. There we go. Put that back. Oh, the dog's going to be a pain again. All right. I'm almost there. Almost there, and then I'm going to have to pick my dog back up. Okay, so here we go. 1 Rubik's Cube side. Shh. Completed. Bingo. I should have done the red side to match my Diet Coke cans. But, again, length times width times height. So the biggest thing that I'm finding with your mistakes is that people are squaring their answers and not cubing their answers. Okay. What is today's assignment? Today's assignment is simply, you're going to be finding 2. You found 1, and you gave me the dimensions, and you gave me the volume, and that's fine. Today's assignment is you're going to find 2 things, and you're going to build kind of a fort. I'll give you a choice. You can do 2 or 3 rectangular prisms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Diet Coke box. I'm going to take my Lucky Charms, and then I'm going to take, that's empty, and then I'm going to take 1 Rubik's Cube. And I'm going to build some sort of a fort out of those 3 rectangular things. And then I want you to find the total composite volume for that thing. So you would take your tape measure or your ruler, and you would find, obviously, the volume of the Rubik's Cube, the volume of the Lucky Charms, and then the volume of the Diet Coke. And then you would add all 3 together. Now, it's important that you use the same measurement. So if you're going to start with inches, you need to use inches on everything. So you might want to measure all 3 and decide, well, centimeters work better than inches and go with centimeters, or inches work better. You can round to the nearest whole number. Then you're going to give me a drawing of your actual items. So it's going to look something like this. So Mrs. Sizemore did a Diet Coke box. Then she did Lucky Charms. And then I did a small Rubik's Cube. I'm going to have you tell me what the volume of each one is. So if the volume of this, we're going to use centimeters, was 27 centimeters cubed. If the volume of my Diet Coke ended up being, and I'm just going to guess here, we'll say 320 centimeters cubed. And we'll say my Lucky Charms ended up being 200 centimeters cubed. You're going to draw me a picture of all 3 that you did, and then you're going to add it together. So 320 plus 200 plus 27 is going to be 547 centimeters cubed. And then, if you want to earn some extra credit points for this week's work, you can do this. And this is going to be a challenge for some of you, but some of you might take on the challenge well. I want you to actually draw me the composite figure using three-dimensional drawing. So, this was my Diet Coke container. That is terrible. Let's try that side again. There's my Diet Coke container. Then I'm putting my Lucky Charms box on top of it. Oh, see that's not working? Because it's not sitting on the edge, so you're going to want to move that over. And then obviously your Rubik's Cube is going to be sitting there. Now that's not working either because it's floating in the air. So this was a bad example. I want you to try to give me a good example. So the directions are that you have to find 2 or 3 rectangular prisms, find the volume, and give me a total. If you want to earn extra credit points, then you have to give me a good picture, right? Okay. So if you have questions, email me as always. Keep cubing your volume answers and keep watching those videos because the ones that I show you, they're not long, they're short, but they do a really good job of explaining the concepts that I would be teaching you if we were in my classroom right now today. So we've covered area, surface area, we've gone on to volume, and then we're going to be moving further along in the chapter with some other things. Again, have a good long weekend. This is due on Monday with your drawing. Even if you want to take a picture of it, you can do that too. I will leave you free rein on how it is you want to turn that in, but you should at least be giving me some sort of typed up document or picture or PDF of the work that you did. So again, signing out, Diet Coke Queen. I'll see you all later.